This is Kevin, Gamertag Magin, and I'm bringing you a game of TDM on Hangar 18. I really wanted to bring you guys a gameplay on one of the newer maps, and I haven't really had a really great game on any of them. Here you get to see some crappy grenade throwing, but this is probably the best one I have. It starts off rough, but I end up going 18-9, and we win the game, so it's pretty good. And I really don't get a strong streak going until the end, but for the most part I get at least a kill before I die in general. And I really like the new maps, even though I haven't really gotten a team together to run through them, because I think because it's the third map pack, a lot of people aren't as excited about buying them, plus a lot of people weren't very happy with the first two. So all those things added together kind of make people not want to get this one. So it makes it a little harder to get a team of people you know into playing this whole game, or at least a full team. And you kind of need a full team on these maps because it seemed like their Treyarch's design goal was all about flanking and making sure there were multiple ways to get everywhere. Here I want to pick up a nice little camping spot for a little bit because I got the motion sensor and I knew those people were coming around the building, and a lot of the times I play really aggressively and it gets me killed, so I was going to play smarter this time. But yeah, like all the maps have really strong points to like shoot from, or sniper points I guess, or just good vantage points, but there are a lot of ways to get into those buildings and there's lots of ways to move around the map. So I think that's a pretty cool way that things go. Here I'm going to get killed from the side because I hear that my equipment is destroyed, which is on the stairs, so I expect them to come from upstairs where my teammate is, and he'll either be able to stop them or I'll see, you know, his green triangle disappear when he dies, but I was wrong. This part of the map right here by the actual Blackbird is a really hot fight zone. A lot of people run through here, especially on Dom. And I'm going to pick up a place where I can control the engagement. I'll show you. I'm sure you can figure out. It's just hanging out on the Blackbird, like, because it's got the little rounded middle part. You can just hang out on whatever side your team controls and duck around and just really control them if they're trying to get into B, or if they're, even once they're on B, you can look right down into it. And you can look right at all of the two different paths into there. You just have to watch your back by the Blackbird. There's some more awful grenade throwing by me, but thankfully it doesn't get me killed. And what I like about all the maps in this map pack is that you can use pretty much any gun you want on any of them. Fuck, here I'm going to die to a shotgun guy. But like, there are a lot of close quarters areas in all of the maps. There's also long range ones and a lot of the medium range ones for whatever gun suit you well in those particular instances. And if you really watch this gameplay with keeping in mind the idea of it being letting people get multiple ways around everywhere, I get killed in the back so many times in this game just because people can run around the map so easily, which I like, and it's something I used to my advantage a couple of times. Here I heard that guy too, but because my team was all behind me, I figured, and it was into our spawn, I figured I'd be safe. But all this getting knifed in the back starts making me paranoid later in the game, and I just I don't really learn my lesson because I keep running around, but there are times where I try and take a position, just chill out for a while with my motion sensor on my back to keep me safe. And I was getting really mad at this guy who's in the building over there because there's so many people he's letting through that gateway and they end up killing me. Like, he's sitting there with the sniper looking right at their ways in and he just keeps missing people. Might have been better if we were at least on a team so I could talk to him and then he could say at least he missed him there. Some M60 guy comes out of the hangar right as I walk in front of it. Sometimes you're just unlucky. Not that I would have won that gunfight at the MPL if I'd seen him anyways. So here I'm tired of getting killed from behind in that spot, so I'm just going to run around in a different way and see what that does for me. But I really like this map in particular. I like how it plays out. It's got a little more of a triangle setup. It's still kind of straightforward in domination, but it's a little more triangle-y, so you could probably hold A and C, not B. Goddamn ghost guys. But B isn't too hard to grab, and it's pretty easy to control too. There's lots of cool vantage points. And there's so much cool shit just hanging out in this map. You saw, like, I think 2 spawns ago where I show up by that glowing apple because they're doing some kind of crazy experiments. Here I'm running around with the RPGs. I was trying to pick up that guy's weapon, but just didn't get it. But it doesn't matter as they shoot me from behind again. And there's some building that has the alien autopsy in it, which unfortunately I'm pretty sure I didn't go in this game. But it's pretty cool. You know, you just see the alien's feet peeking out from underneath the cloth, but it's awesome. Oh man, get owned, camper. No offense to campers, since I do it quite a bit in these games every once in a while. But if you're just staring there at some walkway and somebody walks out in front of you, you should probably win that gunfight every time. So I've got the rapid fire on my MPL again, because that's, I think, the best attachment for it, since I have scavenger as the first perk. Even with dual mags, you're just going to run out. I feel like you run out of ammo too fast to not have scavenger, which is kind of disappointing because I'd like to have lightweight here. I'm using the radar to move around, but I don't know the map well enough and going on the wrong way. But I'm going to get these two guys because they were trying to shoot down the helicopter, which is always a nice distraction. Even if it is just a Cobra, it's still distracting them enough. And here, because our radar is blocked, and I knew there was a third guy over here and I can hear him running around, that I'm just going to hang out up here and wait for him to make a mistake instead of me running around like a fool and getting killed because of it. And it works out for me, thankfully, because I would have been sad to get killed right at the end of that streak. So here I see that a lot of them are down at the end of that pathway, which is a pretty cool pathway. It kind of sucks that it's not really that important in domination except to defend A. But I'm going to throw it down there and then run out of the way because I'm not going to win that fights that whole length. But there, I picked this guy off and go 18-9 for a 2 KD.